You're coming in ready to fight.
Interesting that he's holding the mic.
All right, why don't you give her the mic? Let's.
Yeah, why don't you pass me the mic?
Big win. Okay.
I was serious about the suit, by the way. So, you don't believe hate speech exists.
No.
And you...
The Supreme Court agrees with me, by the way.
Great. You and the rest of the people who are here with you, or who are supposed to be here with you, claim that people have a victimhood complex and that anything regarding racism or sexism or whatever ism it is that we're talking about is fake news, and everybody is just out here wanting to be a victim, as if that's something, that people are, I wake up every morning and I say, wow, how can I be a victim despite Dave Rubin or Charlie Kirk?
So I just want to understand.
I just want to understand.
Yeah.
What does it take for folks on your end of the aisle to understand that people have lived experiences and who wake up every single day in this country, whether you think their victimhood complex is real or not, and they don't feel like a part of this country. And you can sit and blame them all you want, but this campus is a great example right here. When we have people on this campus who are claiming that it is all sunshine and rainbows and they have the administration on their side, and then the reality is that biased incidents reports and hate crimes have gone up.
Yeah,
and people have been spit on, and people have been threatened, and people have been told to go home to their country even though they were born in fucking New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I just want to understand, where's the, do I have to get lynched? Does somebody have to, murder me? Does somebody have to, kill me?
Okay,
Does somebody have to physically harass me? What will it take for it to be hate speech? And when do I actually become a victim? When I'm dead?
Okay. All right, great question. Great question. That's great. Yeah. All right, it's a great question. So first off, the Supreme Court has ruled that hate speech doesn't exist, in that you can you can say whatever you want, short of yelling fire in a crowded theater or calling for direct violence to someone. So right now, you can say anything to me. You can literally say anything to me. I'm sure you're thinking of a couple things. And you can say whatever you want to me, and guess what? I'll survive. And that's the price that you have to pay to live in a free society. So let me kick it back to you for a second. So first off, there was a little miscommunication in the way you presented that, which is, racism exists. I don't think racism doesn't exist. Of course, there are bigoted people. There are people who are misogynist, that may not like you because you're a woman. There are people that don't like gay people, so they won't like me. There are people that are truly prejudiced against black people in every other situation. The idea that the government can come in and manage and fix all of those things is crazy. And we live in a society that has done more to free more people than any other society truly in the history of the world. But I will kick it back to you for a second. So tell me about your oppression. I mean, tell me about what you're dealing with and how the government can fix it. It doesn't mean that bad people don't exist, but tell me about your oppression. Maybe we can work through something.
It's my favorite song.
Yeah. Well, that one was legit. It was your mom? Nice. All right. I mean, tell me about your oppression.
So I have no reason to sit and talk about my own oppression, because that's just mental energy.
Well,
that unless I'm going to be paid to talk about my...
Ladies. Ladies, I'll gladly take a question from you. Have we established that already? Okay, so far we have some repetitive droning statements, and then when I kick it back to someone to ask about their oppression, she wants to be paid for it. You know what, let me see what I got here.
Yeah, why don't you PayPal me?
Yeah, well, let me see what I can do here.
Venmo me.
Let's see what I got here. All right. $20. I got $20. I will pay you. Shh. Okay, so what would you prefer? What would you prefer, that the government... Okay, guys, I get it. I don't want people to say bad things either. All right. I wish I could get off to the sound of my own voice. Wouldn't that be awesome?
You seem to get off the sound of your own voice, fam.
See, you're angry. You're angry, and there's no reason to be angry. You're standing in front
I'm not angry.
You're standing in front of someone that comes from the place that you are in right now. I was a lefty my entire life. I get it. I get it.
Interesting how you've put a political label on me already.
Okay, all right, let's move on. We tried. But really, if you want to tell me your oppression, I'll give you $20. I'll gladly do it.
First of all, yeah, thanks.
So easy with you guys. All right.
Took the words right.
Yeah.
She don't have to tell you.
What's that?
Give her $40, right?
Oh, she's tossing in another 20? All right, we got $40 for you. What are you doing here? Don't you have hobbies?
They have a First Amendment right to be here and say what they want to you.
Well, you know, actually, part of the freedom and the contractual exchange we have as free people living in a free society is that you're not supposed to use your free speech to drown out someone else's. So I'm truly asking you. I am truly.
So I just want to know. Again, another question.
No.
Where is this boundary where someone else's free speech is infringing on your free speech?
I told you those boundaries.
Free speech literally infringes on other people's existence. So I just
where's
the boundary
you see, you're
for
making
you?
up things. So look, I told you what the boundaries are. The boundaries are you can't yell fire in a crowded theater and you can't call directly for violence. But short of that, you are allowed in a free society
So
to
Dave,
say,
I just have a question.
I would prefer those people
What's your
not
background?
say it. What's that?
What's your background?
Right,
You
so
are
you can
gay?
play some ridiculous
No, I just have a
politics game with
question.
me?
I have a question. You
Yeah.
are gay and you are Jewish, correct?
Yeah.
So, I abhor anti-Semitism. So by your own standard and logic,
People can say shit about the Jews. Yeah, you're
Oh,
allowed.
really?
You're allowed.
And do you
I have
think-
family on both
and
sides
do
of
you
my family
think-
die in the Holocaust, and I grew up around Holocaust
do
survivors.
you think that the speech that is espoused against Jewish people does not promote violence against them?
You are allowed to in a free society. I would prefer that people be nicer, right? I
So you would prefer somebody espouse anti-Semitism,
Yeah.
and that may or may not lead to violence against
you can't
Jewish
directly
people.
call for violence to people, but what you can do, it's the exchange of freedom. Would you prefer?
Do you think there's a correlation between hating Jews and wanting to kill them? Yes or no question.
You're asking me all right, let's move on. Yes or no? I'm in a
Wow.
hostage situation over here.
$40 if you answer.
I can't believe that's like a not
All right,
question
let's move on
that you
to
can't
another. Let's move
answer.
on to another question. I would prefer that people not say bad shit about Jews or bad shit about Muslims or gay people or anyone, but the freedom.
Yes or no question.
All right,
Yes or-
what was the question?
The question is.
Yeah.
The question
You guys
is.
are so tolerant. You guys are such good guys. You're such good
Please.
guys.
Okay. It's so fascinating that you claim the left has a victim complex.
Yeah, we're
Yet every
seeing it.
time somebody
Yeah.
yells at you, you also put on the victim complex.
I'm not anybody's victim. Whose victim am I? All right. Whose victim am I? Whose victim am I? I don't want anything from you. I want you to live your life in peace. Go live your life in peace. I don't want anything from you. And
I don't want anything
yeah.
from you either.
Yeah. All right.
I just have a
All right.
question.
Let's
The
move on.
question is, do you believe that people who say they hate Jews
I believe people
will
should-
not be likely to want to attack Jews?
They
Yes or
might-
no question?
They might
You're a
be, but
Jewish
you have-
man. I'm really
Yeah,
shocked.
They might be, but you have the right to say mean things in a free society.
Do you
have
think anti-Semitism is just a mean thing? Should we go,
Yeah.
can I go to Hitler's grave and tell him, it was just all a mean thing?
Yeah,
he
you
did?
can.
Wow.
You can. You can go to Hitler's grave and tell a dead person that he was mean. You can. That's freedom.
Your
That's freedom.
ancestors are rolling in their grave. That's what I can tell you right now.
Yeah, my ancestors who died in a genocide are rolling in their grave.
What
yeah.
leads to
Yeah.
a genocide? What
All right, all
leads
right,
to
all right.
violence?
Listen, we've done it. We've
Whoever
done
just
it.
called me pathetic.
Yeah. No, who
No, I'm
cares? Who
asking him a
cares?
question.
All
How
right.
am I anti-Semitic when I'm saying, do
All
you
right.
believe that
Listen.
hate speech against Jews will lead to violence?
All right, so, well, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm happy to do. I'll literally do this with all of you.
I just have a question. Like we're supposed to be having a civil discourse. Like, why do you want me to shut up? I thought this was civil discourse.
You
and
realize
free
there's a
speech.
couple hundred people here that all would love to share their
It's
thoughts.
not a couple of hundred.
I think I've given. Yeah. How are we doing right here? Here. Why don't we give this lady the mic right here in the red right here? Let's mix it up. All right. Yeah, guys. Other people have questions. Let's move on. See, this is the problem. You're not oppressed. You're entitled. That's
I have
your
not.
problem.
You know what's very
Yeah.
interesting?
You're not impressed. You think anyone
What's
came
very
here?
interesting
You
is
think
that
anyone
nowhere
came here to
have
hear
I
you?
stated that I am
Nobody
oppressed.
came here. Nobody came here for you. Sit down.
Please listen
Sit
to me because
down.
I am speaking
No,
right now.
I don't
Nowhere
care.
in what I have said have I claimed I'm oppressed, so you just put those words in my mouth
All right.
too.
Bye-bye. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm here practicing my First Amendment right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the mic to
Listen, I've been
somebody
pretty-
out of respect. To whoever wants to shit talk me now when I put this mic down, I just want you to know that your opinion literally means bullshit to me. And if you agree with the concept, yeah, I have a right to say it, so I'm gonna say
Oh,
it.
so you have a right to offend them. Let me get this straight. You
I
have
can
a right to
offend
offend
people
them.
when they have a personal vendetta against my character. I am not going after people.
So you
and
should be
then
writing
going
the
for-
laws of society and telling people who they can offend and who they can't offend and when they can't do
Anybody
it.
can offend
Yeah.
anybody, but there's a huge difference between
Now
saying
anybody
you
can
should
offend anybody.
die
This is
because
good.
you're Jewish or black,
Yeah.
and just normally being offended.
I don't want anyone to die because they're Jewish. or
I'm not
black.
saying that you're saying that,
Yeah, you're
but
not
I'm
really
saying that
saying
when you
anything,
espouse
except you're saying a lot of
absolute free
words. Okay.
speech,
All right,
that
let's
is what
move on.
de facto you are endorsing.
Yeah, I don't think you know what de facto means either. But all right,
Okay,
let's.
I just want to let you know that
Yeah.
I am a double major and I do research for
All right.
actual organizations.
All right, great.
You literally do not know who I am.
Yeah, I don't know who you are.
You do not.
I don't.
So
I
don't
don't know this
belittle
guy
me.
either.
You know what's fascinating?
Yeah.
I have not said a single thing about your personal character up until this point. You have belittled me, said that I don't understand what words mean, have told me to shut up, have told me that I'm taking up space. Isn't that fascinating? So who really is the intolerant one here? Because all I've done is just talk pretty loudly on a mic.
Okay.
Unless you have a problem with a woman talking pretty loudly on a mic.
Yeah.
Somebody else can get a question because I so graciously believe in free speech.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, guys. This is what it's all about, really. This is what it's all about.
It's strawberry.
Notice in the free society that we live in, no one's coming for you now. You can post that on Twitter. You can do whatever you want. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.